contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Invictus Pro Wrestling Social Media Championship.
And as personally requested by the social media champion, this challenge here by Carlie Bravo.
And one thing to note, Carlie Bravo, of course, one half of the infantry with Sean Dean. Just 24 hours ago, Pete, Carlie Bravo competed on the first episode of the all-new Ring of Honor.
That's right, the infantry getting that big moment on the new Ring of Honor. And now Carlie Bravo looking to get an even bigger moment here at Invictus by becoming the new social media champion.
Ben Bishop, the big man, won that championship by defeating former best friend turned arch nemesis MCM.
That match was one to watch. Mucho Chris Mojo, who captured that social media championship with the help of Ben Bishop, away from Big Game Leroy. But Bishop, tired of being used, abused, and manipulated by Mucho Chris Mojo, said, you know what? How about you try to beat me? And Mucho just did not have enough in the tank as Big Game Bishop took that social media championship for himself.
Now Ryan Peterson will introduce the combatants of this championship matchup.
Introducing first, the challenger, hailing from Jamaica, Queens, New York, weighing in at 212 pounds, he's bad news in tattoos, Carlie Bravo! Introducing his opponent
at the Nightmare Factory under QT
at
Marshall,
6 feet,
Cody Rhodes.
12 inches tall, and weighing in at 15% of a metric ton, he is the current reigning and defending Invictus Pro Wrestling Social Media Champion. This is Big Trouble, Ben Bishop!
And Ben Bishop, again, the third ever social media champion here in Invictus.
And this is his first defense in Invictus of that social media championship. Ben Bishop has defended the social media championship outside of Invictus, has been a fighting champion, but for the first time defending it here at Invictus since defeating Mucho Chris Mojo back at the Invictus and Test of Strength United We Fight joint event back in October.
And how smart is it, or detrimental is it to Carlie Bravo? Again, competed on that inaugural episode of the new era of Ring of Honor just last night. And now here tonight in the Bronx, going up against Big Ben Bishop.
Well, you know, listen, you know his trainers, QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes, preach no days off. You go as hard as you can, all gas, no brakes. Okay, and you know that Carlie Bravo's background as well as an infantryman, you know, he knows what it is to have to get up the next day and put in that work.
Veteran of our armed forces here in this beautiful country.
But, you know, you got to talk about this against just about anybody that goes up against Ben Bishop. The size advantage that Bishop has against all of his opponents. There's not many men damn near 7 feet tall with the athletic ability that Bishop has. I think the only other man in Invictus Wrestling that can stack up to Big Ben Bishop in terms of size and athleticism is Pretty Boy Smooth.
I agree. And PB Smooth is a large and tall gentleman. Ben Bishop, look at the height advantage he has over Carlie Bravo. But Carlie Bravo taking advantage of his lower center of gravity that time.
And you also got to wonder if maybe this challenge comes back to bite Ben Bishop in the behind, right? Because Ben personally asked for Carlie.
Yep.
He told Invictus management, look, there's this kid down in Atlanta. There's this kid down about where I'm from. I think he deserves a shot. He's really good, and he just needs a chance to break out. And what if that breakout moment is here at Invictus against Ben Bishop?
And don't let those Ring of Honor matches fool you, folks. Carlie Bravo is also a well-known singles competitor in addition to tag teams. Ben Bishop went for a splash, telegraph, roll up now. Carlie Bravo only able to get a 2.
And we talked about earlier when we saw Clara Carreras go up against Edith Surreal, we talked about how Clara needed to use her size and her quickness to throw Edith off of her game. And we're seeing that being done here to perfection by Carlie Bravo, using his speed and using his smaller size to take it to a different level against Bishop, being able to avoid all those big man moves that Bishop prides himself on.
And as we saw in that women's championship match earlier, just because you're the smaller competitor does not mean that you automatically lose the match.
That's right. We've already seen one title change tonight as Clara Carreras shocked the Invictus faithful, defeating Edith Surreal. Can we see the same out of Carlie Bravo in his Invictus debut? Will he walk out the new social media champion?
And as you can see, Ben Bishop applying that extra pressure on that choke at the bottom rope. As he's got Carlie Bravo here in the corner right in front of us, Pete.
Talking about right in front of us, we want to thank everybody on IWTV watching the Get Down, who has been watching Invictus faithfully on IWTV all this time. Now with us tonight at the Bronx Brewery, that's right, I see you, Ricky Curran, thank you for watching.
Absolutely, and now a cover. Ben Bishop with that sideways slam to take more than that to put Carlie Bravo down.
And you gotta wonder how many people on the Invictus roster have their eyes on Ben Bishop. Obviously, you know Ben Bishop, a target for the Climb for the Clout briefcase. PJ Savage still here in the building. Could try to cash in on Bishop the same way Bishop's former tag partner cashed in on Leroy. But you also gotta wonder how many people on the Invictus roster are watching this match right now, trying to figure out the weaknesses, the holes in Bishop's game. You got to think about people who are on the roster, maybe sitting at home, not on tonight's show. Guys like Landon Hale, guys like a Chris Barton, who cover here by Bishop, who's looking to also capture singles gold. Guys like Darius Carter, who's watching these matches right now, trying to figure out how to attack Ben Bishop and maybe one day make the social media championship their own.
And not to mention, you mentioned PJ Savage waiting in the wings. We don't know what he's going to do. His intentions have never been made clear, but he's only got a limited amount of time left before he has to cash in that briefcase, because the next Climb for the Clout ladder match is coming up shortly.
Right, in Bloom 2, scheduled to take place in April. We will see that Climb for the Clout ladder match, so he has to choose what he's going to do by that night. And again, I think throwing the Grand Championship into the mix has changed everything. Again, Bishop, Chris Mojo, Leroy, they were the primary targets. Now, you got Ken Broadway there too. Bishop, that huge avalanche elbow drop on the Bravo, but a kick out by Bravo.
Bishop in control of this matchup. Carlie Bravo only on one foot, and he's trying to fight from underneath. Or from down low. Oh, what a chop.
Yeah, again, I think double chop from Bishop there, exploding the chest of Carlie Bravo.
Carlie Bravo taking a beating.
Bishop telling him this ain't your house, just give up. This ain't Atlanta. These aren't your fans, these are not your people behind you. This is my house.
And Ben Bishop being admonished by the referee.
But as we said, Carlie Bravo, a veteran of the armed forces, not one very used to giving up,
Nope.
Not one used to just backing down, not one used to saying, you know what, I've had enough. He is going to fight until his very last, oh my God.
There's no quitting that young man.
Yeah, but there's a lot less liquid on that chest. I just saw those droplets of sweat fly into the air.
Oh, what, we might see a power bomb, maybe. And Carlie Bravo fighting out.
Looks like he was going for a jackknife power bomb there by Bishop. Like you said, Bravo able to fight out.
Bishop now misses the big boot, hung up that leg on the top rope.
And the one disadvantage of being tall, like a Ben Bishop, is when you get caught up in the ropes like that, it takes a lot to get out of those situations. It's not as fluid as it would be with a smaller guy.
And now Carlie Bravo has found a target, a bullseye, if you will, of that leg of big Ben Bishop. But he cannot match strength with Ben Bishop. He's going for a waist lock. Looks like he's going for a German suplex to no avail. Ben Bishop now, wait a minute. Carlie Bravo trying to hold on, but Bishop powers up. Oh, Carlie Bravo able to fight out. Carlie Bravo a roll through. Nice innovative offense by Carlie Bravo.
Beautiful roll through there by Bravo, but Bravo trying to will himself back up, trying to will the crowd behind him, trying to find that extra gear. Bishop still on his feet though.
Super kick.
And another one, but he can barely get up there. He's barely connecting with the chin. He's catching him right about the upper pec. Not really the ideal spot for the super kick, just based on the height of Bishop.
Carlie Bravo, I don't know if you noticed in that sequence of offense, as we see the cover, 1, 2, and no. Carlie Bravo super kicking the knees and shins of Ben Bishop, trying to chop the big man down.
Trying to get him down to size. He saw that those first two super kicks were not hitting the mark. He wasn't able to extend high enough to catch Bishop the way he wanted, so he tried to cut the big man down. Basement axe kick there. And now Bravo trying to crawl over to Bishop, trying to cover Bishop. Can he get over there?
This is where ring positioning is imperative. Carlie Bravo realizes that up, going for the pin anyway.
It looked like he tried to drag Bishop to the corner, but realized very quickly you are not going to move the body of Bishop.
As we see on our double feature replay, courtesy of our friends at Go Pro Wrestling, Carlie Bravo with that beautiful basement scissors kick. Now Carlie Bravo now. What's he gonna go for here? On a big boot, Ben Bishop caught him flush right on the chin.
Carlie went for that extra rotation there. Had he probably delivered that move on the first jump off the ropes, he probably would have been in the position he's in right now.
That might be all she wrote for Carlie Bravo.
Big trouble there by Ben Bishop. And the question that needs to be asked now
Who's your winner
is who,
and still
anybody
Invictus
is
Pro
gonna be
Wrestling
able to
social
take
media champion,
that social media
Big
championship
Trouble,
from Ben Bishop.
Bishop.
By the looks of it, Ben Bishop, pure domination toward the end of this matchup. Valiant effort by Carlie Bravo, though.
Please understand.